guess what I'm going to be reading this weekend? I am on page 54 of A Royal Guide to Monster Slaying by Kelly Armstrong. Now, this is my first Kelly Armstrong book, and I think it's her first middle grade book that she's ever written, so I don't really know what to expect from this book. So far, hi baby. So far, this book seems really cute and whimsical. It's about twins named Rowan and Rid. And because Rowan happened to be born like a couple minutes before Rid, she's been picked out to become the next queen, whereas Rid has been marked out as the next royal monster hunter. Now, the problem is that they are both more suited for the other jobs. And of course the dog is left. So the problem is that they are both better suited to each other's jobs than to the ones they've been assigned. Rowan knows everything that you can know about these monsters that happen to live in this world, including griffins and manticores and jackalopes and unicorns and so on and so forth. And she also has a special connection to these creatures that her twin brother lacks. So she feels like she should really be given the job of Royal Monster Hunter, but because she happened to have been born a couple minutes beforehand, she has been given a different job. Now, the book starts out where a griffin has been sighted, and a griffin is very, very dangerous. It's potentially the most dangerous monster that is in this world, and it's also the kind of monster that killed Rowan and Rid's parents. However, because he's being brought up to be the next Royal Monster Slayer, he and the current Royal Monster Slayer are going out to go and slay this creature who is preying on the kingdom's livestock and endangering people. Rowan refuses to be left behind, even though people in the palace are trying to make sure that she doesn't go out and follow them. She manages to find a way and leaves in the middle of the night and comes upon their camp and then promises not to put herself in harm's way and just stand back and watch and make sure that her twin brother's okay. I'm at the point where they have found what they believe is a griffin. So they corner this griffin in a barn, and they go into the barn, and she and her brother are a few paces behind the actual hunters, and they discover it's not really a griffin, it's a manticore, which happens to look very similar to a griffin, but is much less intelligent and perceptive. So they end up dispatching that creature very quickly. And then the griffin arrives, and that's where I stopped here at page 54. I really enjoy the world building. It's really cute, and the twin thing really reminds me about Tamara Pierce and The Song of the Lioness, if you happen to have read that. It's one of my childhood favorites, so going back with another book to something that's not exactly the same, but has enough flavors of one of my favorites that I'm really enjoying myself in this book. I feel like I'd probably enjoy it even more if I was the target audience, but I am not 12 anymore. So I'm taking it for what it is, and I will let you know what I think about this book this weekend. It's already Friday night. Can you believe that? I'm done work for the day. I went and I got my fingernails done. My friend Chloe did them. There we go. I'm going to get a better shot of this. But my friend Chloe did them, and she's incredible, so I'm just happy to have Christmassy nails for once in my life. I'm here preparing for Christmas. I'm very hastily trying to get a few stocking stuffers for Mark. And for Edgar, he's got a stocking too. And this evening, I really just feel like I'm going to be relaxing, reading, enjoying myself. So, let the holiday celebrations begin. Early. It's Sunday. I had a very, very, very busy day yesterday, so I didn't get as much reading done as I wanted to. I am now on page 90. Part of it is because I can't read for too long without my wrists hurting a lot. Part of it is because I was getting ready for friends coming over yesterday. Oh, I got a gift. I got many gifts, but I want to show off this gift. Isn't she cute? Oh, Mark wants to show off his too. He got a wizard. They're together. Aren't they cute? My friend Kim made them. She is very good at crafts. So, back to reading, because that's what this vlog is about, mostly. So, I got a little bit farther, but not too much farther, in A Royal Guide to Monster Slaying. I am enjoying it. Remember when I was saying that I really hoped that they would find a solution for Rowan to be the royal monster hunter rather than her brother? Well, they did. But because she's only 12, she can't assume that role right away. She's very young. She needs some more training, and there's some political things going on where a different person wants to assume the throne because his son and daughter happen to be fully grown, so he has both a queen and a monster hunter ready to go and take the throne. But of course, he's not the nicest guy. He doesn't treat his tenants very well, and everybody seems to be afraid of him. So they're trying desperately not to do that. So Rowan is saying that she will be able to become the royal monster hunter before the next winter, and before the griffin comes back, so that she has to go and hunt and kill this griffin. Now, during her battle with this griffin the first time, it definitely didn't go to plan. There was a lot of injury, a little bit of death, and all I kept thinking was, you should try talking to it, right? Of course, now she is both frightened of and angry at the griffin, so I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but that's all that I was thinking during this battle. Next in the book, she is going off to get trained up before this griffin comes back. I did look at the blurb because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't giving spoilers for anybody, hence why I'm a little bit vague on the details. But the blurb says at the end, accompanied by a feisty baby jackalope and a giant wolf that barely tolerates her, Rowan sets off on a journey that will see her join other unlikely allies, a boy with monster hunting ambitions of his own, and a girl hiding dangerous motives. She's met neither of those people so far, so I'm looking forward to actually getting into the meat of the story and figuring out what the author is doing with this. I really enjoy this world so far, so I have high hopes of enjoying the rest of the book. And since it's Sunday and my car won't start, so I can't leave and go anywhere anyway, I'm going to be reading all day long. I'm looking forward to it so much. I finished A Royal Guide to Monster Slaying by Kelly Armstrong. By the time I got to the point where the main character, Rowan, had actually met first the ambitious monster slayer boy, Dane, and later the girl who had some mysterious ulterior motives, Eleanor, I was just sucked right into this book. It was action after action after action, and I wasn't exactly sure how it was going to wrap up at one point. Whenever the story really started to go, Rowan was on her way to a man named Wilmot, who was the best possible monster hunter in this country. So she's off to ask him to train her, and basically the entire time she gets nowhere close to it until the end. And I was really wondering where this is going. It's obviously going to be a series. which actually makes me really happy because I've gotten really connected to the characters. Now, I don't want to give too much away, but the one thing that still really annoyed me is she never tried talking to the Griffin. Just try talking to it. I mean, she tamed first a jackalope, which is apparently untamable. She got a giant wolf to actually not just tolerate her, but accept her as like a packmate. Then she got a Pegasus, which is apparently even more untamable than a jackalope, to follow her around. So honestly, why can't she get a griffin to do the same thing? She never even tries. She just fights it. And the thing that gets me is like her entire thing this book has been that she's always wanted to see a griffin, and it goes through this whole thing. Let me find the exact page. So she goes through this entire thing. I want to see a griffin. I want to touch its wondrous mane. I want to hear its terrible screech. I want to meet it, to stand before it and look into those amber eyes and say hello. Does she say hello? No! Ah! I mean, that's not the only thing in this book that kind of annoyed me. There are several points where I'm like, that's kind of, unbelievable that she's still alive. Like at one point, she's underground in this burrow and decides, hey, you know what would be a great idea between me and this monster trying to kill me? I'm gonna light things on fire and make this firewall between us. Okay, great. Guess what? Now you're dead from smoke inhalation. That being said, I'm glad I read it. It's been a long time since I picked up a middle grade book. Yeah, I'm happy with it. So it's Sunday. The reading weekend isn't exactly over. I have another 4 books that I want to finish this month and not so much time to do it in. So I feel like I'm going to probably choose the book that I have the least amount of time left reading and see if I can polish that one off tonight too. But I'm going to end this reading vlog here. Thank you for joining me yet again, and as always, happy reading. Until next time.